Hey everyone, and this is just a look back in time at some of these old floppy disks I had sitting around in the room for years. These are the first games and other things I've had on PC since I first got into PCs, like a long time ago. Back when you had the 386, 486, 286, all that stuff, running at like 33 megahertz, and we're all using floppy disk, and we had really tiny hard drives. A lot of people don't remember that, but if you're some of your older folks, you probably still have a bunch of these discs lying around. I also wish I had my Commodore 64 stuff. I mean, I loved that PC growing or that computer growing up. And I had that before. I think I was like 9 years old growing up. The Commodore 64, the 5 1/4 inch floppy disks. So many fun games. But I'm just going to be going through what I have here. I have not looked at these in years, and just going to take a look and see what's in here and go over these discs here and see what I got here. We'll start with these 3 1/4 inches first. I have a lot of copies, like my own discs, and a bunch of retail discs. I want to see what in the world these things are. First up, Microsoft Flight Simulator, the original, on floppy disk. 2 discs only, 2 3 1/4 inch discs. Requires MS-DOS version 5. I wish I had a floppy disk or floppy drive so I could actually try that game out and see how terrible it looks these days. Something called WF Sound. I don't remember what that is. Rescue disk. I think it's something with Norton. Windows 3.11 disk 5. That looks like my friend's handwriting from a long time ago. He gave me a copy of Windows 3.11. That was before Windows 95 came out, for you younger folks. Another WF Sound. Windows 2000 on floppy disk. That's kind of funny. Quake 4. I don't remember playing that. 98 startup disk. Those are kind of common when you needed to repair your PC. You had to put a floppy disk in to start up. ViewSonic ViewMatch. I guess I have 2 of them. I had 2 ViewSonic monitors in the past. I forgot what it did exactly. It made your colors look good or something. We got Microsoft Front Page, a copy, disk number 7, Master of Magic, and a Kali server. Oh yeah, I remember that. Kali was a way to connect and play with people through kind of like a virtual network. Remember I played StarCraft 1 on Kali many times. Norton Utilities for Windows 95. What's this? Extra memory boot disk? Don't remember what that means. Traveler 3. It looks like another one of my friend's discs. Don't know what that is. Got a blank disc here. Oh yeah, the Real Magic Hollywood from Sigma Designs. This was a card you put in to play like DVDs straight to your TV a long time ago. That was like you insert the card, you can start the player up. It would play the DVD or whatever it is directly to your TV without affecting your PC screen. So that was really cool back in the day. That was almost next to impossible with anything else. That was one of the few things cards that could do something like that. Got another WFS Sound. Q modem and Wildcat. That sounds like BBS stuff. I was into bulletin boards a long time ago. That was when you dialed up with a modem and you connected to people on the bulletin boards. People would be running their own systems when they weren't using their phone lines. Back when no one even had a cell phone. Something called Second Reality Demo. I vaguely remember what that is. Another Windows 95 startup disk. What's this? OptiGreen designed for Windows 95. Must be another color. It says monitor and energy saving software. I have an Epson driver disk for a really old Epson printer I had. Requires Windows 3.1. Vienna SF Studio, something that came with like the original Sound Blaster, I think. It says copyright 95 on it. Don't really know what that is. Quick Link 2 for Windows and DOS. I think that came with something. Don't remember what that's about. says send and receive fax and data community. Oh, it must be like a terminal program for the old modems. Or something like that. Microsoft mouse disk driver. Yeah, you needed a driver for your mouse on a floppy disk a long time ago. Oh boy, look what I found. Microsoft Plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 discs for Microsoft Plus. It's like I'm playing cards. I wonder if these are worth anything. Original stuff like this. Windows 95 stuff, you know. There's disc number 6. I assume everything still works. I mean, they've been sitting in storage for a long time, so they've been pretty well taken care of. Some more Windows 3.11 discs, copies from my friends, it looks like. 3.11, 3.11, Windows 2000. Norton Utilities for Windows 95, again, Microsoft Front Page. Some more Real Magic, Norton Utilities. That looks like stuff for BBS again. Raw Copy, C-Show, PK Zip, ARJ, Leonardo. Yeah, these are all like DOS programs. I remember you had to run these in DOS. There was outside of Windows, before Windows really caught on. Quest for Glory, disc number 3. That was a really old game. That was kind of good, I think. Start putting some of these back here. And go through the rest of this left side. We got more Norton Utilities. Let's do this whole side. Norton Utilities, Win 2000, some more. Oh, here's the other one, Microsoft Space Simulator. This one was 3 discs instead of 2. Yeah, I remember that was pretty bad. it was pretty cool at the time, but I kind of got tired of it really quickly. And Flight Simulator was actually better. But yeah, original Space Simulator from Microsoft. Oh, Lemmings 2. I remember playing Lemmings 1 on a... oops, there goes a bunch of discs. Playing Lemmings 1 on my friend's PC, and the music came out of his PC speaker because he didn't even have a sound card. Remember, that was a long time ago before sound cards even caught on. You know, everything had sound coming out of your little tiny speaker. Pick up some of these games here. Let's see. Fleet Defender by Microprose, one of the companies that made a lot of games for Commodore 64. I remember buying. They made a lot of games like, you know, simulation and flying type games, helicopter games. One of my favorites was called Gunship for Commodore 64. But yeah, Fleet Defender. I don't even remember what that plays like. What else we got here? This was a really fun game, Master of Orion. I think they made a second one or something, but this is the first one. I remember it was a lot of fun when I first had it. It was kind of like maybe like a Sim City or something. I kind of vaguely remember it, but I know you had to like build stuff. But it was a really fun game, also by Microprose. Let's see. There's one more. Oh, TIE Fighter. 5 discs. This is ridiculous, trying to install games and you had to like insert 1 disc at a time to install a game. Then CDs came out and just made everything so much nicer. There's IBM Disc 1 up to Disc 5. That was like a Star Wars type game. This is LucasArts on the left there. But that was pretty fun. I remember that one. Oh, I got Remote Office Gold. I think that came with the modem or something. Some kind of remote connecting software. And this is a Promise Ultra 66. This was a add-on card to make your hard drives run faster, I believe. It was like a driver card, or we call it a controller card, to get the Ultra 66 spec, which was faster at the time than they had the Ultra 33. But that was equivalent of making your hard drive run faster. And then to finish off, we have a couple more Microsoft front pages. So yeah, that was interesting for the first collection there. I still have a 3 1/4 inch floppy USB drive lying around somewhere, so I may try and plug these in later on and see if I can bring them up. I'm sure a lot of these games would be a pain to get working in modern Windows. We have some 5 1/4 inch floppies next. Let's look at these. Double-sided high densities. I don't even know what's on these or if they're just blank. Kodak disc. It looks like something from the Commodore days. These are all blank labeled. I'm sure there's stuff on these. I just don't know what they are. Space Quest 3. A copy. Yeah, those were really popular. Space Quest and King's Quest by Sierra Software. Those are really hot games. This is Heart of China. I kind of remember that game. Got it from a friend. Looks like 7 discs on that one. Some more Space Quest. These are all copies. I really wish my camera would focus. Space Quest Disc 5. Then we have some originals. Oh god, this game was just awful. Star Trek Generations. Also by Microprose for Windows 95. I remember playing this and it was kind of cool, but the landing party thing was so bad trying to play this game. And I never did finish it. Mortal Kombat 2, one of my favorite arcade games. That's for DOS CD-ROM, it says. I played that a lot in the arcade. IndyCar Racing 2. Look at that. By Papyrus. That was a pretty hot game. I remember that one cost me a lot of money too, but that was pretty realistic at the time for a racing game. And this looks like something that came with something. Muppet Treasure Island. I don't even think I even played this. Enhanced DVD-ROM edition by Activision. Yeah, an original US robotics setup disc. Came with my 56K modem. Slipstream 5000. This, I got a copy from somebody. Yeah, it was one of the first burnable CDRs. I think that was some kind of a racing game, Slipstream 5000. Yeah. There's a couple of floppies in here. Quarter Deck Magna RAM 97. Oh yeah, remember this thing. This is like a memory compressor. I don't know how to describe it, but like if you say you had about 4 gigs or 8 gigs of RAM. I think I had 4 gigs of RAM back then, or 4 megs of RAM, actually, not gigs. Yeah, 4 megs of RAM. This would expand it and double your RAM to 8 megs of RAM. It was kind of like compressing what you had and giving you like more virtual memory, that kind of thing. It was kind of neat, but yeah, back then you were limited to your RAM, so something like that would give you a little bit more, but it kind of slowed down your system at the same time. So let's look at this last one here. A couple more floppies. Don't know what they are. Some more Heart of China and Space Quest, the rest of them. That's all those are. These discs look so pristine too, they're in such good condition. I wish I still had a drive to try and plug these in. Okay, what do I got here? I have a CDR of, I don't know what that is. Another one, it's blank. A copy of Final Fantasy IX that I made myself, the little cover. Oh, original Command and Conquer. Yeah, that was fun. The very first Command and Conquer. That was a lot of fun. I played that online. And then Red Alert came out and I played that just as much. I think I have the Red Alert somewhere. Microsoft Fury. This was a really cool shooter type game. It was similar to another game. I forgot the name. I think it was called Terminal Velocity. And I do have that somewhere too on CD-ROM. In another shelf I have. But I don't have the original case like this. Yeah, this says made for Windows 95. There's the disc. Still got the insert. May sell some of these and see if they're worth anything since they're kind of vintage. Deadlock. That was some kind of a SimCity type game too, I believe. Planetary Conquest. That's the disc. They made like a second game too of that one, but that one was pretty fun. An old Asus chipset disc for, I don't know what, really old motherboard, I guess. It says 2000 on it. A Windows Millennium startup. Thank God I got rid of that OS so quickly. Oh, try BBS 10.0. This was my BBS that I did run a long time ago. It was called Try BBS. It was pretty easy to configure, and I did have some friends in the BBS community. It fit on one disk only. And then a copy of Microsoft Mech Warrior Mercenaries. That game wasn't as fun as Mech Warrior 2. That one had a lot of play with that one. That kind of sucks the Mech Warrior franchise kind of died out. I had a lot of fun with 2 and 4. That was pretty good as well. But I haven't played any of those in ages. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me in this look back at what I had in these old floppy disks. I'm going to see what else I got there in my old shelves there. I got tons of old CDs still sitting on the shelf somewhere else. So I'm going to go through them and maybe make another video. Who knows?